up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, Sky Strikers is a topic that I pretty sure I haven't brought up in a while. They have very much gone. I don't want to say they want to say they are out of my radar because I do have my eyes on them, for the most part. But I guess after all the reprints they got in Magnificent Mavens, I assumed that the deck really wasn't going to be doing anything, and I was actually, and I mean, there are still little, Sky Strikers here and there, and I'm actually surprised that a couple of these cards actually held some value. So I want to go ahead and go over those. I also want to mention that if you like what's going on here, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all good. Please leave a comment down below. But, if you have anything you want to say. Without further ado, let's go into this. Sky Strikers Mecha Hornet Drones. This is a card that I thought it was nothing, especially the common. It does say 77 cents right here, and it's gone. It was there earlier. Now it's just the $1. You got one for $1. Then it goes up here to 130. So it's pretty much like, if we're not counting shipping, it's like $1. It's $1.30. If you are counting the shipping, it's almost $2.50. So there would probably be a couple of vendors out there who probably would sell this as like a $2 card. And we're looking at the same thing with the super rare. These are the only two versions. I thought that there was another print in Magnificent Mavens. Like, I thought Mavens printed this ultra rare, but I guess it didn't. So I wouldn't be surprised to start to slowly go up, creeping up to like especially the super rare, maybe like two, well, it already is in the $2 range, but maybe creeping into the $5 range. So that is a possibility I see, especially if Sky Strikers takes off as an engine. I'm not sure. They do have linkage, but I'm not sure if the deck's gonna just take off as just like as the entity by itself. But as an engine, it does have a lot of potential. The next card I want to talk about is Sky Striker Airspace Area Zero. I don't know why I had a problem with that, but yeah, this is another card where I was like, yeah, it did not get a reprint in Mavens, and I guess they figured that the copies that we have out there now are fine. And I'm looking right here. This is the common version, and the common right now it's going for like $2.95. You even got sales right here. $2.49, two for almost $5, $2.50. The one for it's a little high. But like for the most part, you're pretty much getting rid of these around the $3 price point. So this is actually starting to make a little bit more sense. $3.22. So you're like starting this around $3 price point, $3.19, $3.95. So like this right here, the common is slowly going up. This right here could be a $5 card pretty soon. You feel me? And right here in the super rare, kind of like a similar thing, to where these sales are not as high. So I don't know why. I guess maybe the common one's harder to get, but I don't know why people would be hella going after it. But you do have the super rare here at 198, 199, 217. With the shipping right here, it's almost 318. So this is kind of doing the same thing where like the super is like going to like the $2 to $3 range, and this thing could be hitting $5. Like maybe even both of them could be. The common could be 4 and this one could be 5. So you never know. These could be slowly going up. Sky Striker maneuver afterburners. This right here is just been expensive for a long time. It's usually like it's one of the better, like I guess aside from, I mean, Shark Cannon is really good, especially now in this current meta. But like if we're just talking like overall, like this Afterburners and Widowmaker are probably like the two like better ones or more talked about, more used ones. You could also make a case for Jamming Wave because it's pretty much the same thing, same as this but in reverse. So there are, like I said, there are other ones that people really do use. You got the Eagle boost and everything. But for the most part, this is like this has been one of the better ones, and it did not get a reprint in Magnificent Mavens either. So I can understand seeing this at these price points. You got this original Secret Rare. This one's still pretty high, to be honest. Like what, $12? Yeah, like this is like a $12 for this card. It really has no business being a $12 card, but here we are. We're looking at it at $12. But the super rare is way cheaper. Like $4, $4 or $5 range. This right here, $4.44, $4.40. So that's kind of like kind of the area where these ones are going. Kind of also same thing with the ultra rare. I'd probably want to stick these ones. I think this one would go really nice with the reprints from Magnificent Mavens. So I think this would be like a way better one to pick up. Get this kind of the same price point, $4 to $5. And yeah, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but it is a little crazy to see that this card is still, well, I guess, well, it makes sense because it didn't get reprinted, but it's still insane seeing this card at this price point. Sky Striker Ace Ray, there are cheaper versions of Ray, so I'll show them in a bit. But specifically the prismatic one from the 2019 Gold Sarcophagus tin, those ones right here, the mod replay 284 near mint $2 damage 2 3 for light play, where you're getting a near mint first edition sold at 442, 375, $2. So it's like these are these are going in a whole bunch of like different directions. To be honest, I probably would call this more around, it's with the shipping here, just because you got threes. I'd probably sell this for $3 if I was just in person. So like I'd say these are like solid $3 cards right here, and if you're getting them on TCG Player, they're going even higher. But there are budget versions first, so like it's mostly just this version. I'm pretty much assuming because like it's like you do have this one, which is like the secret run. This one is like the kind of similar with the $1 shipping. It's 239, 250. You got right here $1.40, 2.99. So like it isn't it isn't like as well like. Stuttering over here. The main thing I'm trying to say is this right here is probably like the more sought after bridge between the lowest rarity, which would be like the premium gold or the super rare, whichever one of these you would consider the low rarity, and the ultimate rare. This like if between these two copies, like if you're gonna want to get if you really like want to go like nice budget, then you're gonna get the prismatic secret rare. You're gonna leave this one on the wayside. And I don't want to judge it by just like the picture that's shown here, because it could be a different camera quality or whatever. So, but in person, the prismatic rare just does look way better. It does pop way more with that nice prismatic look. And just out of all of them, this one does look really nice. Like if you don't want to get the super high rarity, then this is like the next best thing. So I understand why this one is going to be going up and this one's kind of going to be staying where it's at. Sky Striker Ace Rose. So this is another one right here that you have a budget version, which is the gold version, and then the prismatic secret rare isn't really isn't too much. You got two here for 72 with $1 shipping, but then once they're gone, it's like 125. So if you add shipping, it's almost 250, but it's mostly like 125. So like even this one's still kind of holding like just a bit of value. The original ultra rare, that one's going for 209, 219, 220. You just never know. So like there's times where like I see a card's going for like $4, and then I click on it, it refreshes it, and then it's going for like 2 something because someone posted it, or it just it just happens. You just never know, like when, especially with like cards that are hot, or maybe cards that people just kind of want to pick up. But we're looking at like the original one still at 220, 228. So you can still get this card relatively for cheap, but just kind of keep in mind that like Rose, that like Rose has a few copies anyway. So if you don't want to get the gold rare, if you don't want to go budget, it's starting to rise. And right here, like if you want to get the nice bridge, as I'll call it, the nicer bridge, you're gonna have to pay that $3 to $5 price point, depending on how much it's gonna end up being at. Nimble Sunfish, man. I am not the happiest camper when it comes to Nimble Sunfish. I I had an idea, and I was like, hey, why don't I get this card that has one freaking printing and a weird niche and just looks derpy, and let me just invest in it. And I chose to invest in some random stuff. I chose to invest in some great stuff. I chose to invest in some mediocre. I chose to invest in some mid. I chose to invest in some things I ended up just selling back for the same price I got it for. I did everything except Nimble Sunfish. I don't know what I was thinking. I was very, very frustrated with myself. And literally right before these shot up, I just put a set. Like I found an extra set I had, and I like, oh, I had an extra set, and I posted them and I sold them for like for however much they went. And man, I checked the price on them the next day, and my heart sank. I was like, dang it. I went through my stuff and I found one. So I was fortunate. I was fortunate enough to find one. I was able to sell it. It was it was cool. Hopefully the person if you order from Rogue, you got your said Nimble Sunfish for your sweet deal. But man, that's enough wallowing in my pain we're looking at these were even higher, by the way. Like I was super 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 salty. I was like super super salty. These were going even higher. They were going like 20s. You got like a couple days ago. Then 20. So yeah, 23. You get look at that. 29, 20, 24. Just look at this. This is a craziness. $34. Like this is probably for two of them, so that's why it's that much. But jeez, man, like I was just completely. It just went over my head. I don't know why. I guess because I was still mad about Sprite not taking off the way I wanted to. So I was like, "Screw you, Nimble Fish. I don't need you." Forgot about him. Was like, "I'm gonna get my money back." God, I bought these for even cheaper than that. They bought these for like nothing, and like I said, I only found one extra one, so I was able to sell some of them, but I sold it in this price range. It was hurting me, but right now we're looking at it, and we got a lot of moderate plays on here for like 18, 17.99. Then we got the light play unlims for like 95, and we're just gonna keep going down here. We're still not at first edition. We got like light played first edition 21, near mint unlimited. Near mint first edition 24.99. So we're looking at 25 freaking dollars for this card, near mint first edition. Man, that is just wild. Like I understand that there is I think it was Joshua Schmidt that had the Sprite. He did like a post about this card, and that's what kind of made it go up. And then I think he has a list out that's involved in this card. To be honest, I'll talk about I'd rather run the other like Nimble. I think they're a little more consistent, but at the same time, that dude is the champ. So that's how it goes. Like champ says the consistent champ says the card's good. The guy that's consistently top and says the card's good, then the card just might be good. So that's just, man. I really wish I wasn't salty about Sprite. Maybe I would have had my eyes more open on this card and not have just shunned it. But yeah, you just never know with these cards. If you have some of these laying around, post them up. Even if they're in not the best condition, you can still get like $16 for them. But if they're in pretty good condition, first ed, you get a nice $25. They're unlimited, get 20. Isn't it not bad? I'm just kicking myself in the ass for this one still. Nimble Angler from Abyss Rising still hasn't gotten a reprint. I was surprised. I thought it would get one maybe like as like a rare in the Amazing Defenders or something. But no, we didn't get it in there. Not even a Magnificent Mavens. Well, I'm looking right here. It's still it wasn't even higher. I think they're like 8. They're 8 last time I checked these. But like yeah, these are like 6.86, 7. Well, they're still in the $8 range. They're essentially still kind of in like the same $8 range for these Nimble Anglers. Nimble Anglers. Oh man, I'm just like jumbling my words over here. But yeah, those are still a little bit of money. The Nimble Beaver, that has completely plummeted. These were pretty high too. I think these were like $7 a piece, maybe even $10 a piece at one point. Now you can get them just for $1. It makes sense because I guess people are gonna go with like the other Sprite builds. Like they rather like mix Sprite maybe with like another engine or yeah, I was about to say something dumb, like, oh, they'll run it with Toad. Like, no, Ryan, there's very, no, no. That time has passed a long time ago, man. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised on why the Nimblers, I'm just calling them Nimblers. I don't know why these Nimble Beavers are so low. I kind of expect them to go a little bit higher, especially with like, I don't want to say there's gonna be a looming ban list, but especially with the whole idea of we know there is going to be a coming ban list, especially within probably maybe in the next 2 months from now to kind of shake things up, and we know Sprite might get hit, so this could be a way to kind of patch up the holes in that deck if you want to still run it, but we'll have to wait and see. Super Nimble Mega Hamster. This is just I just picked this up for the lulz. I didn't even know this card was worth money. If you have like the secret rares from the legendary collections, that the charts, look at these are kind of going up. The 5.48, $5, $9. Please, guys, let me know down in the comments below why this card is up. I have no idea why. 100% have no idea why this card is so expensive. It's a level 4 Earth Beast, so I'm flip. I understand. Maybe it's like because it's just hard to get. There's only 3 printings of it, and then this is older, but this is like a newer one, and even this common one is actually kind of worth something that's kind of funny. So yeah, please let me know in the comments below why this card is so expensive. Is it for the lulz, or is there's actual deck or a combo that uses it? Please let me know. Kashtira Shangri era. Yeah, just real quick, I wanted to go over these last two ones. I'm already going over my time limit that I set for myself, but I just want to go over these last two cards. This just out of nowhere. I looked. I thought these were just worthless. No, they're actually, they're a dollar, 175, 190. So these are pretty much like $2 cards. If you have these in your bulk, pull them out and get some trade. Especially because people are going to be clamoring for all this Castura stuff in the next couple of days, probably next week or so. And the last card I want to talk about is a Mecha Fanabe's Dracosack. Start going through your stuff right now because I started to call these. These were super, super low. They were like, yeah, look at that. They were like 45 cents, whatever that says. And I told people these are gonna start going up. They're gonna start going up. Now look at that. He got 13 copies at 143. I'm telling you, with all the people that want to play Kashtira and how good this deck is, and the 2 tokens it gives you, this is a really good card. And I very much say pick up your cheap copies sooner rather than later. The high rarity ones are already up. These could be following suit. I can see these at like $2 to $3, and these at $5. All right, guys, that's it. I went over by about a minute, but it's all good. It's better than some 25-minute video about the market. Please leave comments down below and let me know about this guy right here. Let me know why this guy is up. Why does he have any value in the first place? That'll be it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. What?